evening and welcome to the show. My name is Benji and this is Mind Your Neighbours, the country estate of quiz shows. 3 teams will pit their wits to decide who will be the lord of the manor and who will be left to mow the lawn. Let's meet the contestants.
My name is Sarah.
I'm Dave.
I'm Marcy.
And we're the Quarantina Turners.
I'm Janine.
I'm Stevie.
And we're Team Scruples.
Hi, I'm Ray.
And I'm Craig, and we are Quizzical Distancing.
Welcome all teams. Hopes are high. Your first question today. What is the middle colour on the flag of Germany?
Well, it's either yellow, red, or black.
It's black, red, and yellow.
You lived in Germany, didn't you?
I did live in Germany.
First thought, yellow?
Yeah, yellow.
Do you think I remember what that flag looks like?
I think it's yellow or gold. I would say gold, or yellow or gold.
Yellow.
Yellow.
Red.
Well, the colours in question are black, red and yellow. The answer is red.
Oh.
Oh, no!
No, I was sure it was yellow.
Oh, Dave.
I've got the colors right, just not in the right order.
Yeah, not in the right
Your next question is about owls, the wisest of all of the birds. There are 2 names for a baby owl. I'll give you 1 point for either.
I know the name in Inuktitut is Ukpeek. I feel like a hatchling or
Owlet?
owlet.
Owlet. That's
Yeah.
what I would say.
Owlet?
Oh,
That
it's got it.
sounds-
Yeah,
yeah.
owlet.
Owlet?
Hatchling.
Owlet.
Owlet.
Well, your 2 options, there's the lovely owlet, and there's a slightly more generic nestling. You know, a group of owls, that's a parliament.
You
That's
redeemed yourself.
That's the only answer I'm gonna get.
You redeemed yourself.
Oh,
Damn it.
curses.
Okay.
Okay.
Get my head in the game.
Head in the game here.
A nestling. A nestling. Good job.
And your last question in this section, the Olympics. Now, there are the Summer Olympics and there are the Winter Olympics. Can you name 2 countries who've hosted more than 3 Olympic Games?
More than 3.
More than 3? The U.S.
The U.S.,
Yeah.
yes, definitely the U.S.
The U.S. has definitely done 3.
Canada.
Germany?
Japan. Sure.
Korea?
Austria?
China?
Canada and USA.
the United States and Germany.
Well, those countries with a wide range of geographical locations are king in this question. The USA, France, Italy, and Japan. They boast the most hostings of the Olympic Games.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Oh, you're so close.
I gotta go with what's on the top of my head.
Top of the head. Top of the head. Okay.
Oh, I was gonna say France, Italy, and Japan. But
Now, we're going to take a short break, but here's one for you at home. The Amazon River. It's one of the longest rivers in the world, but into which ocean does it flow? We'll give you the answer when we come back. Welcome back. Now, before the break, I asked you, into which ocean does the Amazon River flow? Now, if I'd asked you that question 65 million years ago, the answer would have been the Pacific. But since the uplift of the Andes, the river now flows into the Atlantic Ocean. Right, let's check on the scores. Okay, your next question, team's a double pointer. It's a face meld. A face meld is where we take 2 famous faces and we meld them together to create one new face. You need to tell me who are the celebrities.
Oh my gosh.
Beyonce.
Beyonce and
Sylvester Stallone. And Beyonce. Whose mouth is that?
Sylvester
Pacino.
Stallone. Oh, Al Pacino.
Is that Beyonce? Maybe? One is Beyonce for sure.
Okay, is
I
that
think that's
Sylvester
I think it's
so.
Sylvester Stallone.
That's Beyonce and Al Pacino.
Beyonce and Sylvester Stallone.
Sylvester Stallone and Beyonce.
Yeah.
Beyonce and Al Pacino.
Well, the lady, that would be Beyonce, and the gentleman, Sylvester Stallone.
Oh, well done.
Listen to women.
Listen
you
to
gotta
women.
listen.
Let that be a lesson to all you out there. Listen to women.
Okay, now you can clear that horrific image from your mind. Let's move on to your next question. It's a classic trivia question, measurements. How many feet are there in 1 yard?
A yardstick is like a meter, right? So
I think that's easy.
For
Isn't
you,
it?
for
Isn't
you.
it?
I live
No?
in Canada. I don't know.
Well, yeah, okay.
Is it
3
2?
feet.
But 1 yard is sort of a meter.
Are you how
Yeah,
sure?
3 feet. 3 feet in a yard.
I mean, I do trust you. You
Look,
were
I grew up
alive
Imperial.
in the-
Yeah.
Okay,
3
so
feet
3?
in a yard.
Trust
Okay.
you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with
3, 4,
3 in a yard. I was gonna go with 6, but 4.
4,
Let's call it even at 4.
3 feet in 1 yard.
4.
3 feet.
Well, there are 3 feet in 1 yard. However, in your backyard, there's currently a few more.
Yeah!
I was gonna say, if I got that wrong, then I would leave right away.
You see me counting it out
Yeah.
too with my feet?
Yeah, I did, and yet you answered wrong.
Yeah. We've come so close.
Okay, teams, it's time for a mental extravaganza now. This question is an inky dinky. What is an inky dinky? Well, an inky dinky is a 2-word phrase. Both the words have got 2 syllables, and they rhyme like inky dinky. So what, I hear you cry? I'll tell you what, if I was to give you a riddle, you'll come up with an inky dinky as the answer. For example, if I said to you, riddle me this. A risky undertaking involving false teeth. How about a denture venture? Okay, here we go. Your very own inky dinky. Riddle me this one, teams. A criminally large fruit.
Giant, tremendous.
A felon melon.
A felon melon.
melon?
Yeah, a felon
Okay.
melon. A melon's a fruit.
Okay.
And a felon is, yeah.
Is
that's
it,
exactly.
I guess it is large.
Felon melon.
Yeah.
A melon? Sure, it can be really large.
I think I'm overthinking it. I'm thinking like, how can you be criminally large?
It's a pretty large fruit, right? A melon?
I'll go with it.
Okay.
Felon melon.
Felon melon.
A felon melon.
Well, a particularly large fruit might be a melon. And if you're a criminal, how about a felon melon? Good work, teams.
Good job.
You see, that's pretty good. You got that like right away.
Movie time. Okay, The Hunger Games is one of the most successful movie franchises of recent years. But can you tell me which actress played the lead character of Katniss Everdeen?
Oh, I should know this, but I don't remember her name. Oh, that's
Oh,
Jennifer
that's
Lawrence.
easy. Even I know that.
Yeah,
Jennifer
okay.
Lawrence.
It's Jennifer Lawrence.
J-Law.
Jayla, if you will.
For sure.
She's been in other stuff since. It is so good.
Jennifer.
Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah.
Jennifer Lawrence.
Jayla. To those who know her.
Jennifer. I don't know.
The answer is the beautiful Jennifer Lawrence.
Lawrence.
Oh, she won an Oscar.
Did she?
We should
For
know
that?
better. No.
Oh, good.
A food question for you next, teams. Fish and chips. A staple of any Englishman's dinner rotation. Now you'll see 4 flasks. They have the chemical name and they also have a number on the flask. 2 of those flasks contain condiments which are suitable, if not needed, for a good fish and chips. I'll give you 1 point for each of the correctly numbered flasks.
H2SO4 is, I think, sulfuric acid.
So no.
we don't
we don't want
that.
that one.
Definitely 4, because that's salt.
Yeah.
4 is definitely salt, so one
Yeah.
of them has to be
Yeah.
vinegar.
So-
That's what I was thinking.
Tartar sauce?
Or tartar, yes.
Tartar sauce?
Tartar sauce.
What's in vinegar?
No.
3 and 4.
3 and 4.
3 and 4?
Yeah, 3 and 4.
Hopefully you avoided the cyanide and the chloric acid and opted for flasks 3 and 4, vinegar and table salt.
Good. Good job.
I'm
You knew that one.
I'm glad I took chemistry.
Yeah.
Yes!
Okay, high five on that one.
Pop the cork. That's what we call that. Pop the cork.
Your final question of the section, Scrabble. One of the biggest selling games of all time, hugely popular with grannies, mums, sons, daughters, occasionally dads. Can you tell me any letter in the game of Scrabble that's worth 3 points?
such a specific
3 points.
number.
Oh. Z and X are probably worth more.
Yeah, they're worth
right?
more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
G? I want to say like D.
B.
An L? No, RSTLNE are the low ones, right?
F is 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And N?
What's another? N?
N?
K, X, those are the big ones.
N.
I'm gonna say B.
Listen to women. D.
Your 3-point letters are B, C, M, and P. Well done if you got any of those.
No!
I'm honestly, I'm disappointed in us.
You know what? I even said RSTLNE are the low ones, and then I still said N. Oh my goodness.
Hairstyles, they change with the wind. One day a bouffon, the next day a French twist. But nothing gets people's emotions roaring like the mullet cut. Business at the front, party at the back. But who coined the phrase, mullet? Was it Hulk Hogan? Was it the Beastie Boys? Or was it Billy Ray Cyrus's mother? We'll be back after the break with the answers. Welcome back. Now before the break I asked you about the mullet hairstyle and who coined that phrase. It wasn't Hulk Hogan, though he did have a pretty major mullet at times. It wasn't Billy Ray Cyrus's mother, even though I'm sure she was aware of what was going on. It was in fact the Beastie Boys back in the 90s. Right, let's check on the scores. Okay, back to it. Straight in with a double pointer. Bit of geography for you now, teams. Can you name the 2 countries that have the longest land border with China? I'll give you 1 point for each.
Afghanistan?
This is where my lack of geography knowledge comes in.
I have no idea because I don't understand geography.
I definitely want to say Mongolia.
Okay.
Well, one would be Mongolia.
That's
I'm
what
sure,
I was
right?
going to say.
Yeah, Mongolia.
Mongolia,
Okay.
Russia.
Oh, Russia.
What's on the other side?
Russia and Mongolia.
Mongolia and Russia.
Russia and
Russia, maybe.
Mongolia.
Well, there are 14 countries that have a land border with China. The longest being Russia and Mongolia. A close third for India.
Good job.
Nice.
That was like half.
That was
There we
it.
go. Oh my God! I helped with the geography one.
I mean, I appreciate that you were asking me, but I didn't know. Not at
Okay,
all.
good, good.
Your next question is about juggling. Not just for the castle courtyard, this is also a perfect game for the backyard. Now, to be a world record juggler, you need to have 23 consecutive passes of balls. Within 2 balls, what is the most number of balls ever juggled by a person?
Like a world record holding.
Yeah.
Gotta be more than 10.
87?
45, maybe?
13?
No, can't be possible. 87.
45?
I want to say 16.
37?
16.
45.
I would say-
37.
okay.
And the most number of balls ever? 11. Doesn't sound like that much, but if you try it, it's incredibly hard.
We were way over by a lot. We were 4 times over.
11, yeah.
Lower than 87? My first guess was 87. I thought 37 was perfectly reasonable. 13 would have been within 2.
13 would have been. I'm sorry.
I don't know how to do this. I feel like 37 is just on the horizon, you guys.
And now, for a bit more about the contestants.
We met technically when we were 15.
Yeah, going into grade 10. And
And
you walked into my friend Steve's house, and love at first sight for me. Much later for Janine.
Marcy got me into pub quizzing, and I go out like every 2 weeks with the girls. So it's Dave and the girls, me 60, and the girls all around 30. So it's wonderful. It's great.
So I moved from Saskatoon a little while ago, mostly for the weather. That has definitely cooperated with me. And now that I've moved in with my partner, she's been teaching me some trampoline tricks.
I think it's mostly been my 6-year-old son that's been teaching us the trampoline tricks. So hi, Cameron. And I work for the provincial government, and I was born and raised here in Victoria.
I love quiz shows. I love being right. I live living in Victoria. I work up at UVic, and I'm married to this guy.
Hey, I'm Stevie G. I'm an RMT who also raps, and I'll spit a nice rhyme while I massage your back.
The best thing about Sarah is definitely her sense of humor. I think the best thing about Dave is he's not afraid to tell you what he thinks.
And the best thing about Marcy is she's always in a good mood. Always.
What a great bunch of contestants. Time for another visual question for you now, teams. Television. These are two famous neighbours from two famous TV shows. Can you name those characters?
Isn't that Winnie from... That's Boy Meets World, right? Is it Boy Meets World or
You know your Wonder Years.
I know your Wonder Years.
Good. Okay. I know my Family Guy.
Yeah.
That's Winnie,
And Cleveland
and
Brown.
that's Cleveland Brown.
Is that
from
no,
Family
his name's
Guy.
not
From Family Guy, yeah?
TV's our strong suit,
Do
clearly.
do we read books? Apparently not.
Stanley and Winnie.
Winnie Cooper and Cleveland Brown.
Winnie and Cleveland Brown.
The Wonder Years was a staple on TV at dinner time when I was a youngster. And that girl next door is Winnie Cooper. Who's the fella? From Family Guy, has his own show now. That's Cleveland Brown.
Cleveland. Okay, Brown.
Michael Jordan was more than just a pair of shoes. He was a wonderful basketball player. Now, in the 2003-2004 season, he took it off and focused on another sport. What sport was it?
Well, I know he took a
was
break
baseball.
from baseball, but I thought that was earlier in the 90s.
Baseball. I'm not
Baseball.
even gonna.
The White Sox, we watched it but a few days ago.
He went and played minor league baseball.
You did play baseball.
Yeah.
Baseball.
Baseball!
Baseball.
Well, he moved away from bouncing a ball to hitting it with a stick. Baseball.
Baseball!
Time for your second Inky Dinky. Get your thinking caps on, teams. Riddle me this one. Draw attention to a lofty window.
Lofty window.
Skylight something? Highlight skylight.
Highlight
Oh,
Skylight. Yes,
Oh,
excellent.
nice.
Good one.
Good job.
Excellent.
Highlight skylight?
Oh, good job.
Oh, highlight
Highlighted
skylight.
skylight. Yeah.
Highlight Skylight.
Highlight skylight.
Highlight skylight. Skylight highlight.
How about highlight skylight?
Good job.
Kidding.
We're amazing all of a sudden.
Down here on planet Earth, we enjoy our good friend the moon. But there are two planets in our solar system that don't have a moon. I'll give you 1 point for each.
Does Venus have a moon?
Does Mars have a moon?
Pluto, probably.
Mercury and Venus.
Mercury and Venus. Venus.
Neptune and Venus.
Well, that tiny blazing ball of heat, Mercury, all on its own, no moon. And the gas ball of Venus, also a moonless lump.
Mercury and Venus.
And your last question in this round. What's the only bird that can fly backwards?
I've never seen a bird fly backwards.
Oh.
Flamingo?
How about those birds in the backyard?
What bird's in the backyard?
That's a hummingbird.
Hummingbird.
That's a hummingbird.
Hummingbird, for sure.
Don't even give us the 10 seconds.
We just-
Knock this out.
Hummingbird might be able to.
They sort of get up there like
Yeah.
that, don't they?
All right.
Hummingbird.
Hummingbird.
I'm gonna say hummingbirds.
Weighing less than 2 grams and requiring more sugar than a hyperactive child. It's the hummingbird.
Yeah! Good one.
Oh man, I was way off with flamingo.
FOMO, or the fear of missing out. It's not just a modern day phenomena. Actors and actresses, they have the problem all the time. They get a script, they see the role, and they say, no, that's not for me. I don't want to do that. Only 3 months later to turn around and see someone else catapulted to superstardom playing the role they could have taken. Forrest Gump is a great example. Can you tell me which of these 3 actors turned down the role of Forrest Gump? Jeff Goldblum, John Travolta, or Danny DeVito? And I'll have the answers when we come back. Before the break, I asked you who turned down the role of Forrest Gump in the award-winning movie. Was it Jeff Goldblum, John Travolta, or Danny DeVito? It was John Travolta. As he said in Get Shorty, the movie business is tough. On with the quiz. It's the last question, teams. It's a point bonanza. On the screen, you will see 8 letters. You can use any of those letters a maximum of once each and come up with as many 5-letter words as you can. Your time starts now.
Plant.
Whoa.
T-R-I-A-L, trial.
Trail.
Trail.
Pilot.
Print.
Print.
Paint.
And train.
Train.
Paint.
Trial.
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 Pinto.
Plate.
Like the bean.
Plant.
Lipton.
Good work, teams. There's a point for the patio. Or perhaps it's time for a glass of Pinot as we check out the scoreboard.
Awesome.
All right. Yeah.
Excellent.
Good job. That's exciting.
Congratulations, team. You have won the quiz and you take home our exclusive Mind Your Neighbours coffee mug. A timeless reminder of your ability to remember the random. We hope you had fun at home. Mind Your Neighbours returns next week. Till then, quiz on.